Saints Day here in Sweden because I'm at the very early morning in Sweden, in Ulricehamn. I had to travel there because that's where I found my dad's grave, and it's All Saints Day, and that means that we Swedes celebrate that with putting a lot of candles and decorations on the graves. So I'm gonna turn the camera so you can take a look. I'm not gonna do a very long one, but I'm gonna try to show a little so people know. I'm gonna put up a short video too. Maybe it's just in a short when it comes to length or just a little shorter type, so we can show a little more from this year. But I'm gonna turn the camera so you can see more and not see my face here in the very dark environment because it's very early in the morning. So here we got my dad's grave, and I put some candles on it and some decorations too with a little bird on it. And it looks so peaceful. I do miss my dad very much. I was wishing that he was still alive, but I want to show you all how it could look like during All Saints Day and the whole weekend. Many people have already been decorated. Today is the main day, so it can be even more. So I'm gonna take a little walk here so you can see how it looks like on the graveyard this early. And it's actually really peaceful. So if I'm silent, you might hear the birds. So this is a Vists cemetery graveyard. I forgot what it's called when it has its church closet, because if you go that direction that I'm going now, we're getting to the church itself. And it's not that big graveyard over here, but I think it looks very cool, and I'm happy that I actually could come here very early in the dark. So people from other countries maybe that don't know how it looks like in Sweden during this weekend, and our tradition when it comes to honor the dead, the one we loved, and just show how beautiful it is in the dark. If I go to even bigger graveyard, it's gonna look even more fantastic. But here it's not that close to, like you can see, it's a big distance between the graves too. So it's not packed really. And sometimes it can feel great. But we can walk a bit this direction, so maybe you can see the church too. I haven't directly walked that far from this way. I've been in the church, of course, because my dad was buried here. So it's not like I've never been here. But we can take a little walk, and I'm not sure what they use this place for. It looks like a party place, but I don't think it is. So yeah, but you can see all the lights. We're gonna walk to some areas when you don't bury it in the ground, and if you don't have a tombstone like that. But first we walk to the church. You can see how the church here in Ulricehamn looks like. And I'm not from Ulricehamn, I'm from Borås. So it takes over 30 minutes to travel here. So I was hoping that I should manage to get here because it's still dark and before we need to do a lot of other stuff today. And hopefully I can take a little nap before we do more things later today, because else I'm gonna be very tired. But I didn't want to miss out when it's dark with all the lights, because it's not the same when you go to the cemetery and graveyards when it's a light. So here you can see the church. I can see if I can enter this way maybe a little closer. So that's Vists church in Ulricehamn, can maybe walk a little closer. I'm gonna go the other direction too because I want to show some alternative too when you're not buried the normal way with your own gravestone. But as you can see, it's not a cramped graveyard here. And now we go into the little more older part, I guess, because it's closer to the church. So I can show how that looks like. And like I said, I have been here when my dad had his funeral, and I still miss him a lot. Even if it got so many years, he died in cancer. And there you can actually see a really new grave too, because there's lots of new flowers, so that means it's new. But yeah, we can take a little round around. So you can see how it looks like. And it's very peaceful here right now, because I think it's only me here. It's very early in the morning, so I think that most people actually sleep by now, but I have this thing that I always wake up way too early. And now we are on the front side, and we should reach the main port where you enter the church. It's not open by now, I should guess, but yeah, this is the front side over here we're walking to, and they're very strong. And here you can have some of the graves that look a little bit different compared with the ones there, so I guess some of them are older. So here you can walk into the church. I don't know if you can zoom in. No, yeah, you could. Maybe. Oh, it's a little too dark now, so it's a little hard to show it. And they have those big lights too, so. But now we go back, and you can see if we can turn the camera so you don't have to be blinded by the lights. It's not my meaning to do that. I just wanted to show a little closer. But it's very peaceful, and even if I hear the traffic from the highway, so and if you go that direction, if you look far away, you see even more lights, and that's Ulricehamn itself. We're still in Ulricehamn, but we are in this outskirt of it, I should guess you can call it. And here they have really nice lightnings too. Let's see if we can go a little closer. It looks a little more old-fashioned. I do like this type of style. Very cute. And like I said, this is a day in Sweden when we celebrate the ones we lost. So we go out and put candles on the graves and decorations, and just to remember them and show them that we still care. So I think it's really nice that we have that type of tradition. So, but as you can see, this is not a cramped graveyard. It still goes to graves all the way on this side too. You can see how far it goes, but you can also see that it's not that much. And if you go that direction, you're gonna find my dad's grave somewhere in that direction. Right now it's too dark for me to point it out anyway, but we can go back there. Ah, hello, and thank you for following. I don't usually be up this early on in graveyard, but it's a special weekend in Sweden, and I thought for people that don't know how it looks like, so I thought I'd walk on the graveyard here to show people that we do all these things with candles. And I just put 2 candles and a small decorations on my dad's grave. So no, we're not gonna run. I'm in a graveyard. It's bad enough that I'm actually talking to you here. But I don't disrespect. I just want to show traditions here, because different countries have different traditions, and to actually see how it looks like. And if you go to some bigger graveyards and cemeteries, so it looks even more beautiful because they are more packed with graves. You can see this place still have a lot of areas that is not used, but they are ready for be that, and they don't look like they want to cramp the graves so much. So right now we walk a little higher to come to the alternative places. Hello from Sweden. Right now I'm in Ulricehamn. That is like over 30 minutes by car from where I live, because my dad is buried here. So I take a little walk here to show how it can look like when you are here. And I want to show also some alternative memory places when you don't have like this ordinary type like those, like my dad have, when they have a stone in their own place. So here we come to the first place that they called Askgravplats, and you should say ashes. That is when you decide to maybe not have a special thing, so people can come here and put down some memories too. So they have different things you can put your things for, and when it's dark, so it's a beautiful sight. And some people put other type of decorations during the rest of the year. I'm not sure if you can put candles during the most of the year, but when it's All Saints Day and All Saints Even, the whole weekend around it, so then you're allowed to put candles on the graves. And we can walk to another one that is similar. They have at least three or four of this type of thing. So go up to another one. So it's actually nice to be alone on a graveyard too, so I actually can show people how it can look like. And maybe it's not that fancy like some old graveyards, but here you can actually hear the sound of water. It's not always on Halloween night, and here is already the day after Halloween. It's the 1st of November, because I live in Sweden. And it's not always, it happens to be during Halloween. This year it actually went to crash into that one. And I think that's why some Christians that is a little more old-fashioned in Sweden have a little hard to take Halloween to their hearts. And that's why Halloween is not that big here in Sweden either, because they don't like Halloween. I think that's more like a devil thing. But this year it's actually was so close to Halloween too, so I think it's not bad really. Sometimes it could be the week after, but it's always during a certain Sunday. No weekend when we had a red day or like a bank holiday type of things. So it's not always crashing with Halloween. So it's just this year it happens to be that. So we're gonna walk to another one, and I thought it was really nice because I always loved the sound of water, especially running water. So I guess people can take a chance if they have that type of a memorial place for the beloved. Yeah, so it's not always. So, and in Sweden, Halloween is not really that big either. So it's more that been harder to convince people why we should be able to celebrate Halloween too, and have that like a good thing too. Because I don't think it's nothing wrong, and especially in a time like this when everything goes so mad everywhere and people have it harder and harder with life. than normally. So I think everything we can do to make it easier to live and just get away for a little while should be positive. So we're gonna go to a third one, and then we actually have a fourth, I think, very close. So it looks like they have 4 of those when you don't have your own grave. And people know which one they're gonna go to because I think they have signs. So this is another one. Yeah, it's the time difference. Here it's somewhere around 5 a.m. right now because I'm up very early. I'm always awake very early. I guess it's because of my age and that type of things. And I'm used to be up very early because I work those type of things. Usually I am at work by this time during the weeks. So that's why I can't really sleep. I have a little hard to stay asleep. So I thought I should go very early. And here we have the 4th. And like you can see, it's a great way to, if you don't want to have your own grave, so you can actually have this type of place. And I think they have some type of thing that when I put down names on those type of things. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know anyone that have that type of things. Everyone that I know have their own graves. So we can take a little walk here and go back to my dad's grave. So I'm gonna see, so I don't go in a little harder when you can't see 100 very good walk. But I have just a few graves that maybe looks a little different compared with the most here. And we don't have so much old-fashioned here because it's more newish one. My name is Tina Makulski and we are in Ministry in Southern Illinois, US. I'm in southwest part of Sweden, not that far away from Gothenburg, but right now a little more in the middle of the country compared with where I live. And here is a very beautiful, that is actually a little different compared with all the others. And nice to meet you too, and I hope you enjoy this little video or live stream, I mean, because I wanted to share with people how it could look like during this weekend. Hello Daniel, happy Halloween still for you. For me it's 1st of November already, very early in the morning. But I'm very happy that I actually could get here when it's dark so I can show people, and I also could enjoy this time to see all the candles because I'm gonna be busy today later on too. You're welcome. And it's very peaceful right now because there's no people. And here is my dad's grave and I put candle on it. So I do miss him. And like I said before, I don't know if someone started to look that early. So he got this big tree right beside him. And it's still over 7 years since I lost him in cancer. But it still feels like yesterday and I still miss him a lot. But it's also very beautiful to be here. But this graveyard is smaller than the ones where I live. But my dad lived in this town when he died. So that's where you normally get buried to. So it was no direct choice. So I can't travel to his grave that often because it costs a little too much and takes some time too, and it can be dangerous on the roads too because there's many accidents on the highway. So, but this is a day that I don't want to avoid. I want to be here to show my love for my dad. Oh, thank you. It was 7 years ago, 2018 in April, and it went very fast. He went into the hospital and because he fell one night badly, and they thought it was other type of things. But then they started to check him out because they gave him medication. He didn't react on it. And then I also said to them that you need to check him out because he's falling a lot. And he got his blackouts when he fell. So you need to investigate why he did this. And it showed up when they started to look into it, that he had cancer and it was spread all over. So it was already too late. He couldn't even get painkillers that worked. And it didn't even take 3 weeks on hospital, and then he died. And I'm so sad to see a person that actually disappeared so fast. You could see how life was leaving him, especially when he lost his hope to getting anywhere away from the hospital too. What I'm talking about, Bakerman, I prefer to talk English right now because the most people that follow me or watching my videos normally speak English, but I can say jag pratar om hur det är att fira alla helgona här i Sverige och hur det kan se ut på en kyrkogård med alla ljus och dekorationer. Så detta kommer bli det enda jag säger till dig på svenska, så respektera att jag vill prata på engelska. So I just told Bakerman here in Swedish why I am here and what I'm doing, and that I try to show people from other countries our traditions around this weekend, and that I'm doing it because this is my dad's grave. My family don't have that much tradition from being to a cemetery or graveyard during this time of year normally, because no one of my parents is from this area of Sweden, so we don't really have any graves here. So I didn't have this tradition that many of my friends had, that went here to different graveyards to see this. Hello, Kavai. So yeah, I thought it could be nice to show people around little how it could be. So, and I'm gonna do a little more video clip after, so I can show people in a shorter video too how things are. But I thought this was a nice way to show, and it could look even more fantastic if you go to the bigger ones. I know there is a very big one in Stockholm that looks amazing with all the candles, and even the one in Borås, the bigger one, looks amazing too. Even a smaller one, of course, because even they are with more graves normally than here. Here is a big distance between the graves, and it's sort of good too, because that means that it's a little more privacy between them and it don't feel cramped either. So, but I don't gonna stay longer, so I wish everybody a good start of November wherever you live, because it's already 1st of November in Sweden, and enjoy All Saints Day, and thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. Bye.